Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming tonight for this occasion. Honorable Prime Minister, Rama, thank you for joining us, along with other members of the government, the Governor of the Central Bank, and many other of our friends here in Albania. I'm Ellen Goldstein, the World Bank's Country Director for the Western Balkans, and we're here tonight, of course, to say farewell to my good friend Tasim Syed Khan, who is the country manager here in Albania. As she leaves Albania, let me just say that this is not a typical rotation for Tasim to another World Bank posting. Tasim is now joining the ranks of the chosen few who have the privilege to serve as World Bank country directors. There are less than 50 individuals in a sea of about 12,000 World Bank employees worldwide, and many people aspire to this position, but few achieve it. I am not surprised that Tasim has been given this opportunity, given my experience in working with her for the past 7 years. I'm not surprised by this because I know who she is and I also know what she stands for. Tasim comes from a prominent family in Pakistan, and she began her career at the World Bank office there, where she was an innovator in the use of results-based financing to expand access to education for poor children. Indeed, one of the characteristics that I love about Tasim is her lifelong commitment to educating children and empowering girls and women. As a strong professional woman who has pursued her career and nurtured a wonderful family that's here with her tonight, Tasim is a powerful role model in her own country and frankly everywhere that she goes. 8 years ago, Tasim moved to Bangladesh, where she served as my deputy, managing one of the World Bank's largest portfolios of around $5 billion. She was extraordinarily dedicated and efficient, but that's really not the most impressive part. She would probably actually dismiss the most impressive part, which was the relationship that she was able to forge with the Bangladeshis, a country with which Pakistan fought a civil war in the 1970s and where memories are quite long. Not every Pakistani who worked successfully in Bangladesh, much less forged a kind of close bond with her Bangladeshi counterparts, who consider her a sister and someone who was always working in their best interest. I think all of you really would recognize this Tasim because you've also seen her extraordinary empathy and her respect for others here in Albania. Her heart is big, her warmth is genuine, and she expresses gratitude so freely. And it's really this generosity of spirit. It's really one of the many things that she has taught me by working with her over these years. She also has the highest integrity and courage. She and I have faced ethical quandaries, large and small, in our many years of working together. Tasim does what's right, even when it's difficult. In Bangladesh, we were under extreme pressure in addressing a complex corruption scandal, and she was a tremendous source of strength for me personally in charting a course that was right and fair. Perhaps one of the qualities that most contributes to her success is her intellectual curiosity. She takes obvious delight in learning about new countries and cultures and people, something which has been abundantly evident here in Albania. As a student of European history, Tasim initially pressed me to post her to Sarajevo, but I obliged her to come here, a country she knew very little about. But in typical Tasim fashion, she immersed herself in your country, its history, its nature, its culture, its art. She has emerged as a lifelong lover of Albania and a compelling advocate for your country. And in so doing, she was also an outstanding face for the World Bank, defining a strategy that responds to your needs and energizing our team here in Tirana and abroad to support you on a daily basis in achieving your goals as a country. Honorable Prime Minister, let me also express to you and to your government my gratitude for welcoming Tasim to your country with open arms and for allowing her to contribute to building next generation Albania. Tasim, you've made the World Bank proud here in Albania. I know that your husband and your son and your daughter who are here tonight are so very, very proud of you. And your esteemed father and your brothers also, your beloved late mother and sister are also here with us in spirit tonight. I cry. They're all very proud of you, not because you are about to become the World Bank's newest country director.
It's okay.
We're all very proud of you, not because you're becoming the World Bank's next country director, but because you're living a life of dedication, service, integrity, courage, intellectual curiosity, empathy, gratitude, and love. Thank you, Tess. And now I'd like to ask Eva Suko to say a few words on behalf of the country office here in Albania.
Honorable Prime Minister, Ministers, Excellencies, honored guests, Ellen, Tassim, thank you for giving me this opportunity to share some remarks on this farewell event. I am really very honored to represent today and talk on behalf of our office, the staff that you worked really closely with during the last 3 years, my friends that have supported you and have been supported from you to make this joint trip a successful and enjoyable endeavor. Tassim joined the office in mid-December, and I remember very well that the only thing that we were obviously talking during those days was obviously the New Year's party. So we immediately had a chance to discover her enthusiasm about the parties, her dancing skills, but notably her wish for big parties. And here I mean her desire to get to know staff beyond their working hours, with their families, spouses, partners, and their children. We did not think then that her family-oriented dimension, her sense of caring and giving, her curiosity to get to meet as many Albanians as possible was going to be as constant throughout her stay in Albania. Tassim, before you leave, you have one more party to go, with Albanian food, Albanian songs, and usually the dancing marathon. Tassim, you leave behind a solid, mature, and respected office to which your contribution is huge. As someone put it nicely yesterday, you have been there for every single one of us in various ways with various means. You never stopped encouraging each of us to speak up, to share ideas, and to improve things. All the expert staff in the office were enabled to manage projects, to work in other regions, and to share knowledge across the globe. The support staff is today more skilled, more recognized, and more empowered. With your curiosity about the country and the people, and your diligence to look each and every single project with your eyes, you made sure that all the staff go out and travel to places that we haven't seen before in Albania, like Koman, Varodeus, Ivica, Zara, Baikal. Your instant wit, as soon as you saw something beautiful, were a sign of how much you did not want a bit of emotion to fade away. You became the promoter of our cultural and natural heritage. We thank you for being a great manager, but above all, as Albanians, we thank you for loving our country and our people. Thank you.
If I could now ask the Honorable Prime Minister to please say a few words.
I don't know if I would have been here after the country director would have left if the country director was not Fassi. I don't know if the relations with the World Bank would have been like they are today without Tassin. But what I know is that it's not us that welcomed her with open arms, but it's she that opened our arms and made us believe in the World Bank, as at least myself I never did, and made us work together in a way that was very much a very educative and very instructive way. So when one is supposed to talk about World Bank, the first and the last thing in mind is money. And I just left the speech that was prepared for me because it was all about money. How much money here and how much money there and how more money to come. But for me, these years working with Tassin and Ellen were not first and foremost about money, but were first and foremost about knowledge and about understanding much more on how to tackle many issues and how to deal with certain issues, energy for example, that were heralded government to government as a kind of disease that had to be carried on and then passed to the next one. So, Tassin, I know that in these circumstances people have to say very nice words, but I want everyone here to know that you deserve all the nice words, and you deserve all our gratitude and all our thanks. And of course, I hope you will not deserve afterwards our anger for having left and leaving behind you someone that maybe will not be in your hate. So I very much hope that whoever will come next will not bring us back to cold times with the World Bank. And whoever will come next will be able to carry on in what you have built it, and will be able to give us again in full heart and in full disponibility the knowledge and the experience that when people of the World Bank want to give, it's priceless. So what more to say? I don't want to go through programs and projects and all the rest, but I simply want to say that the overall result of this work together is just great. We have done things that maybe in the beginning you were quite skeptical that we would succeed to do. Again, energy reform first and foremost, but not only, pension reform and many other things. And I'm not sure that we could have been done the same things with the same good results if you would not be here. Of course, Ellen would help, but I'm not sure she would be able to help as she helped if you were not here. So, again, thank you very much. I know that nominating the new director is not your business. It's not Ellen's business. But make sure to not be the target of our anger afterwards. Because it's a very small country, but when it comes to transmit negative energy, we can reach the moon. So wherever you are, you'll be reached by this energy. So make sure to have from here for the rest of our lives the very good vibes and not the bad ones. And Ellen, thank you for organizing this, and thanks to everybody for being here, and I very much hope that the party announced by Evis will be, again, something that will show in the very Albanian way all the gratitudes and all the positive energy we all have about you. So good luck. I'm sure you'll be a great country director, but I'm also sure that you'll miss Albania. For whomever that get to know Albania as you do, Albania is something you can't replace. So there are other countries, beautiful and for sure with much more things to discover maybe. There's no other country that can have this power of making you addicted as Albania is. So we'll welcome your addiction anytime you want to come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Prime Minister. Thank you, my twin, Ms. Ellen Goldstein. Thank you all, Excellencies, Ministers, all friends gathered here. Thank you, Prime Minister, you have enabled me to control my emotions, because I was so concentrated on what you were saying and absorbing the priceless messages you were giving that I forgot my emotions. Maybe they'll come back at some point. I too pondered whether I should say a few words about what we have. Albania has accomplished in the last several years. That I've had the privilege to be with you and on behalf of the World Bank and my director, Ellen Goldstein, and my team, all of whom are gathered here, some not in Tirana, but in Washington or Vienna, to work with you. But then I thought, let me speak from the heart. Albania is in my heart. When I came to Albania, and Ellen is right, I knew very little about it except what one had read about the pre-90s period. And it was, I came and I quickly discovered that I was one lucky woman. Lucky because I came to a country professionally at a point which was poised to take risks, to grab opportunities, to try to undo many of the, try to move towards many reforms that were required. And it's not usual for a bank professional to face that environment and to have a team, some of them are here today, to engage with us and open their, intellectually their minds and their hearts for us. I was lucky on that front. I was lucky on a front that I had already come to a country where the doors had been opened for me as the country manager by my director, Ellen, who had been with you for the last 3-4 months before I joined. I was lucky when I found, Prime Minister, you should be proud that the team in the Albania office of the World Bank is recognized across the World Bank as one of the finest and most committed. And I think it's a source of huge pride for me personally, but more for all the Albanians gathered here. But most importantly, I think I was lucky because I, in my entire life, and I've traveled across East Asia, parts of Latin America, where I'm going now to the Caribbean, to many countries in Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. I had never, as a Pakistani woman and as a Muslim, experienced a country which, in today's age of extreme polarization, manages to be so together in such harmony. And I think my colleagues have heard me say that many times in my office, that Albanians don't appreciate it enough. You don't know what a treasure you have. You don't know that in this world, how rare and how special it is. So I think it's my great privilege that I have been able to be with you the last few years, and to experience it, and to not only experience it, but grow to love it, and to love Albania. And Albania is indeed in my heart. It's a country that I discovered by going everywhere. And wherever I went, whether it was Thet or Chukoya or Saranda or Giocastra or Virat or Kukas or wherever I went, I saw three things which were across the board similar. One, every place I went to, I said to myself, this is the most beautiful place. And then I would go to the next year, I would find it the most beautiful. The second thing I felt, these are the warmest people of Albania. And then I'd say, okay, the others were also very warm. Then this is the best food in Albania. So I think overall, I mean, this country is, you can only appreciate if you live here and you love it and you live it to the fullest. Albania will stay in my heart, and Prime Minister, I will be back. I promise you I will be back at one point or the other. But before I close, I want to say a few words about Ellen. And maybe I shouldn't, because I'll crack up as well. But it's not often that you have a boss or a director who is there for you, with you, by you, to guide you, to mentor you, to befriend you, to trust you, and most importantly, to love you. Thank you, Ellen, for being there for me. Thank you very much. Finally, you can take me out of Albania, but you cannot take Albania out of me. Because Albania is in my heart. Thank you very much.